Today, I'm going to be taking a 12-hour sleeper bus from Ninh Binh to Hue, and I'm going to be sharing my full unfiltered experience and all the costs involved. But will I manage to get any sleep, or will it not go to plan? Well, stick to the end to find out, and smash that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed. Now let's get into it. I've got a feeling that these must be real. I've just taken a bite out of my egg McMuffin and the eggs exploded. Probably some of the nicest people in the world. I'm getting bitten a lot more now. I've gone for an egg chocolate, so I'm going to give it a try. We don't want any breakdowns or crazy drivers. This is going to be our bed for the evening, so I guess it's time for bed. Good morning, Vietnam, and welcome back to the vlogs, where today we are waking up here in Ninh Binh, and we're going to be heading over to Hue just a bit later on via a VIP sleeper bus. So I've never done that before, so I'll be documenting my whole experience on here today. But before we do any of that, we have just been down for some breakfast, and I'll show you. It was a lovely widespread again of fruit, omelette, and then bread with butter and jam. All really tasty. If you want to see what I thought of it all, you can check 2 vlogs ago, and I actually went through each thing and tried it. But now we are going to be checking out and then exploring Tam Coc town itself, going into a few different shops, going into a cafe to do some work, and then, like I said, later on we'll be heading off via the sleeper bus to Hue. So let's get going, because we need to check out the room right now. So we're now heading over towards the Chookies Beer Garden for lunch. And whilst we're on the way, we're just taking a look at a few different shops. There's loads of bars and restaurants too. And then we'll have some food and then do a bit more shopping after that. It's great because they've got loads of North Face coats and all the famous brands. But apparently we looked it up, and some of them actually might be real, but they just make extras of them and then bring them home to sell themselves. So that's what we looked up, and maybe it could be true, so it might just be as good a quality as the actual North Face. They've also got a lot of the brand Arc'teryx, and it's got like the proper thing on it, so it does look real. I've got a feeling that these must be real. They've sort of overproduced them and then they sell them on themselves for just cheaper prices, and people obviously come here and buy them, so it's quite good quality. They all feel great too, so definitely will be buying stuff. We were discussing actually about going back to either Hue An or Hanoi at the end of the trip, buying a suitcase and then just taking a suitcase full of stuff, because I've got a wedding to go to, so I'll probably get a tailored fitted suit hopefully. But yeah, we're going to discuss that as it comes towards the end of our trip for sure. So we've arrived for lunch at Chookies Cafe, which actually looks really nice. Beth will show you around now. So we've got the indoor area, which is like benches and stuff, and then outside there's some huts. I'll try and get a bit more footage of the outside bit, and then the bars there on the left. But it looks really nice, so definitely come here, although the food is taking forever. So Beth's basically ordered some tofu on toast and some spring rolls, and that's still not come, and it's been like, I'd say probably like 40 minutes now, which is a bit mad. But my food has arrived. It arrived about 10 minutes ago. I thought I'd wait and just see whether Beth's arrived at the same time, but it didn't come, and I have ordered basically a bacon, egg and cheese bun, which actually looks really good, so we're going to give it a try. I wanted to get avocado on toast, but unfortunately they didn't have any avocados left. There we go, we're going to dip it in some ketchup too. So basically like a breakfast bun from McDonald's. That tastes really nice. It is literally just like an egg McMuffin that you can get from McDonald's. Put a bit of bacon and cheese in there too. And I've also ordered a Coke Zero, so can't remember how much it comes to, but I'll put a little ticker up here. What's quite good about this place too is that I've been able to get some editing done, and they've got Wi-Fi here and plugs, so that's perfect about it. And then after this we're going to head back out shopping. It is raining a little bit, but it's not too bad, and most of it's undercover anyway while we're shopping, so it should be all good. So I've just taken a bite out of my egg McMuffin and the eggs exploded. You can see it's come off here, and I look down, and how the hell is it landing in my shoes? I'm having to try and wipe egg out of my socks. Absolutely disgusting. The best spring rolls have arrived, and they actually look pretty good. She has tried one already, so there were 4 and one's already disappeared, but that apparently tasted very nice. And then this is the tofu on bread, which took around just under an hour to make, which is a bit ridiculous. So it's definitely been the slowest service we've had since starting on the trip, because usually it's really quick. So I'm very surprised about that. About an hour and a half later, the food is finally eaten and we are off shopping again. So we're just going to go basically up and down the streets here in Tamcoc, taking a look at a few different shops, and if we see anything that we like we might buy it. But we're also trying to find out prices of like North Face coats and other things, so that when we do come back to Vietnam at the end of our trip, then we can buy them then. So we've just been into one shop and Beth thought, oh, I'll ask how much a North Face coat is. And they said 350,000 dong, which comes to around 11, 12 pounds. So a lot cheaper than if you were to buy it in the UK. I don't know how much they are in the UK, to be honest, but they're at least over 50 quid, if not more. Come to the port here in Tam Coc, where they're doing very similar boat trips to what we did the other day. So they're going through caves, doing the spiritual sites, etc. And it actually cost a lot more here. So it was 350,000 dong. And I'm sure we paid like 200 and something, but you'll have to go back and check the vlog from when we did it in Trang An. And that's 2 days ago now, I believe. So go back and check that one out, because it was really cool. And we definitely did it on a good day too, because the weather right now is very wet, rainy and cloudy. So when we did it, it was a little bit clearer than this. It was still not great weather, but definitely much better. I've also noticed that a lot of people here actually either cycle or ride a motorcycle, so I can imagine it being really nice going down all the different lanes, especially in the summer when it's not raining and it's going all up your back. So definitely cycling would be a good idea if you come in during the sun. The people here are so friendly and accommodating too, probably some of the nicest people in the world, I have to say, the Vietnamese. They're very accommodating too. For Beth's being the vegan, so they'll go and make different food if she wants it. And then also when we went back, they were like, oh, do you want some more water? They gave us some bottled water. They're asking where we were going, saying what time and where you needed to be. And so they're just lovely people here. Another thing I've noticed, especially whilst we've been here in Tam Coc, is that I'm getting bitten a lot more now. So I've been bitten like 4 or 5 times. It's probably because it's slightly damp, and then it's also quite warm too. So it's like sort of the perfect conditions for mosquitoes. So maybe I should be putting on a little bit more bug spray during the day, because I feel like they bite me during the day, not just in the evening. So I need to be careful with that. Come to the Brick House Cafe, which actually looks really nice. Beth will show you around just now, and it's got loads of seating, got plugs and good Wi-Fi too, which is the main reason why we came, so I can do a little bit of video editing. And they've also got cakes, coffees, and I've gone for an egg chocolate. So this is one of the things that's a speciality here in Vietnam, so I'm going to give it a try. It doesn't look amazing, but we'll see what it's like. Quite frothy. I'm not a massive fan of that. I don't think I would ever order that again. I know people have an egg coffee, maybe that tastes a lot nicer. I've never tried that before. But Beth's gone for an iced chocolate with oat milk, so she's probably going to be pretty happy. I'm going to give that a try as well, just see what I think of that. So we had our iced chocolate the other day. It's nice. Not as nice as the one I had the other day though, because I think it's not quite chocolatey enough. It's too icy for me, but yeah. We're going to sit here now. I'm going to do a bit more video editing until later on this evening, when we're going to be getting the night bus from here over to Hue. What was funny was we were just sat here for ages, and Beth was unfortunately unable to get some banana bread earlier because 2 people came in literally just before her and nabbed it off her, basically the last 2 slices. But they've just cooked a fresh batch of banana bread. It smells incredible. It looks great too. Beth will show you a little bit closer. And it comes in like a fruity sauce. Not too sure what sauce it is, so when we give it a try, maybe we can try and guess. But here we go. It's a solid chunk of banana bread too. I'll let you know how much it all comes to at the end. It's nice and like it feels like a caramelly sort of texture. That sauce is really sweet. It's really nice too. And the banana bread is warm. It's just perfect. Beth's smiling behind the camera because she can't wait to dive in. Settled up the bill now, and it was 190,000 dong, which is about £5.90, so nice and reasonable. Now we've ordered a grab taxi back to the hotel, which cost 34,320, which is just over £1. And then once we get back, we're going to have to basically pack everything up and then head off to the bus stop, where we'll be heading our way towards Hue. So we're just packing away now at the hotel, our last few things, and then we're going to head over to the bus stop. But we've had a really nice stay here, and the people are lovely, both the owners, so definitely recommend here, and I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But we're now going to be getting the Doi Can Can. I don't know if that's how you say it correctly, but the Doi Can Can bus, which costs us about £42.50, and it's an overnight bus for 12 hours all the way to Hue. So hopefully it should go all as planned. We don't want any breakdowns or crazy drivers that keep honking, keeping us up all night, so fingers crossed that that doesn't happen. But after our last sleeper bus experience, it was really good. I'm hoping this one will be just as good at that, but we didn't actually try and sleep on that one, so we'll have to find out how easy it is to sleep on there. But let's get going and let's see what that bus is like. So this is going to be our bed for the evening. It actually looks quite fancy, so hopefully it'll look just as good inside. So we've been put in the bottom bunk actually for this journey rather than the top one, and this is what it looks like. So we've got a few more buttons, got the light, which just turns off the main light off and on, the LCD, which turns off the blue, I believe, and then when you sleep, it's like a little thing for when you sleep, so you can actually detect where everything else is. It's not got a TV, but instead it's got a picture frame by the looks of it. It may have had a TV beforehand, and then you get a drinks holder and a little hook for your shoes because you've got to take your shoes off. Also comes with a blanket, which is good, and also a pillow. And then we've got a USB charging port there, which is good, and a reading light over here. It actually feels a lot wider than the one that we were in previously too, and it's got like a little blind that you can pull down all the way, which looks like it might be blackout compared to the other one, and also the air conditioning, which you can monitor from up here. And then finally it's got the curtain so that you can close it off. Goodbye Beth from Beth in her other pod, so that's pretty cool. It actually is fairly comfortable too, so I'm hoping that I could get a good amount of sleep on here. In terms of the Wi-Fi, I've not actually seen whether there is Wi-Fi or not, but it didn't say the password anywhere, so I'm guessing there isn't any. I believe there's a bell too if you do actually want to call for someone here. Oh, someone's just asking about the Wi-Fi. So it turns out they do have Wi-Fi too, which is good news, which means I can work on some of my YouTube thumbnails and uploading some. What's quite good about this one too is that you can actually lay out all fully straight, whereas in the other one you had to bend your knees. So hopefully this one should be a bit more comfortable, which means we get a little bit more sleep. So if you're wondering how dark it gets, this is how dark it gets. I should definitely be able to sleep on this bus just because of how dark it is, as long as hopefully it's not too windy, the roads, and there's not much beeping so far, so hopefully it stays that way. Alright, well it's getting late now, so I guess it's time for bed. So it's just gone 5:28 and the guys come down basically saying that we're going to be arriving in Hue very shortly, so it wasn't 12 hours like we thought, we're about 3 hours earlier than we thought, so we don't know what we're going to do when we arrive there because I don't think we're going to be able to get into the hotel instantly, so yeah, we'll have to see what happens when we arrive. We have arrived here in Hue and it is 2 hours earlier than our expected arrival time. So we were meant to arrive at 8:50 and it is now 6:30. So we've lost 2 hours sleep, which is a little bit annoying because we were hoping that we'd get here feeling nice and refreshed, but now we're not feeling as refreshed as we would like to be. The bus was fairly comfortable though, I have to say. I could sleep the whole time, however, every time it stopped at services, then it did wake me up. And there were 2 stops for the Hue journey, so I got woken up 2 times. It took me about 20 minutes to fall back asleep, and then once I was back asleep, I was okay. It was deep sleep after that. So that does mean that I am going to end the vlog here. So if you did enjoy this one, do make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. Tomorrow we're going to be exploring Hue, and I'm looking forward to it as there is an abandoned theme park to go and check out. So I'm hoping that we'll do that either tomorrow or the day after. So see you all in the next one.